Kevin called it. He's convinced that we are going to Texas no matter what for the World Series. We're staying at Uncle Kev's Cowboy compound, his palatial estate. Demp's already called top bunk. But Kev, like you never doubted the Astros throughout this entire season.
Sierra, I'm telling you right now, I just said Max Scherzer went to the Rangers. And I'm like, wow, that is unbelievable. You think about that move, you're like, holy cow. And then they signed DeGrom in the offseason. And to sit back and go fast forward about 4 or 5 months when they signed Jacob, to sit here and go, wow, they have Jacob DeGrom. Yeah, I know he's hurt. And Max Scherzer, you're like, holy cow, right? And you give up Acuna, but we'll talk about that. And I'm like, how cool would it be if Justin Verlander goes to the Astros? Like kind of right after that. Because you're like, oh, yeah, we got 2 teams in Texas that you could flip a coin right now that are coming on strong, right? The Astros are kind of getting healthy, getting scary, showing that leadership, showing just that chemistry they've had of that nucleus all together with Jordan and Altuve back and healthy and doing their things. And then you've always had the Bregman thing. Chas McCormick's turned into a star, and now Verlander, what? This is what it's all about. Jose Urquidy's made 4 rehab starts. He'll be back in this rotation. Javier, we know he can get filthy postseason time. This team's starting to shape up. And Kendall Graveman, let me tell you, sleeper, sneaky, not that he's sneaky or sleepy as 97-mile sinker to 100, but nice pickup there also to go with Presley.
Yeah, Framber Valdez was all fired up. He goes out, tosses a no-no last night. Now that they have Justin Verlander, Demp, what can you say about this rotation? What can you say about what Framber did last night?
Well, yeah, I mean, what he did last night, and we talked about it, this curveball that he throws, I mean, there's something special about this. The spin on it is so tight. It looks like a strike in the bottom part of the strike zone, and these guys swing over top of it consistently all season long. This guy's been filthy. He's been a #1 starter, and now you go out and you trade for Justin Verlander, bring him back. You might have arguably the best 1-2 punch in the league now with these 2 guys. So this just solidifies the rotation, takes a little pressure off some of the young guys they got in there, and yeah, just gives them probably as good of odds to go out there and win their division as they were going to get. I mean, everybody's super giddy and excited. I saw Dusty Baker's presser about it. He was like, I'm trying not to have too big of a smile on my face, but how can he not be when you get a chance to get JV back? So to have both of these guys in your rotation from the right and left side, you can match up with anybody. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about good pitching will neutralize good hitting. They're prepared to be for a deep run in the postseason in October. So a huge pickup, and what a response by Framber Valdez last night, going out there and throw a no-hitter. Sneaky, might be in the Cy Young Award running come the end of the year.
Yeah, and real quick, Framber Valdez, I mean, sit here and watch that game last night, and to watch his curveball, it starts at the middle of the zone, knee-high, as a right-handed hitter, and people are like, got a couple buddies like, why are they swinging? I'm like, let me tell you why. It looks like a fastball. You can't recognize that pitch in and out of the zone quick, and those are out pitches, right? It's the ones that look like a strike to us hitters, and then boom, they end up as a ball. So the spin rate on this thing, I don't even know how to say spin rate, but it's spin rate, whatever you want to say, let me tell you, awesome. And then he's got this 95 to 97 mile an hour. It looks like a split finging running away from righties if you want to. He's electric. He changes speeds. He's dynamic. Balls below the zone. Very underrated. And, yeah, sneaky side.
You know what's crazy is that some of those concert goers who went to Fish last night didn't even realize that Framber threw a no-no until about 10:30 this morning. Happy birthday, Dan. By the way, Chas McCormick, great day today. 2 home runs, 3 RBI. Astros win 3-2. How good has he been, Kev?
Yeah, he's been remarkable. Loved having him on the show during the World Series. Family's from Philly, tough kid, but he is really putting it together. He's a poor man's Jose Altuve, but goes foul pole to foul pole with electric power. Jose Altuve's got that left center pull power. One thing about Chas, they have that scissor kick, which is kind of that swing where the back leg kicks out. It's a remarkable power move. Altuve's a diver and straight pull and a bad man. Chas, obviously, and this is what you do as teammates. We talk about hitting the cages together, watching them every day, and this is the success that Jose Altuve has, same body type frame. Chas and him, I guarantee you, are working behind the scenes, but he has really turned into a star for this club and stepped up during the Jordan and Altuve injuries. Like, people talk about stepping up, but you can see the feet, that back leg kind of kicks out. and that's called like that scissor swing. It kind of spins out behind him, but it generates a lot of power. And I'm telling you right now, he's got to be proud of him. The family in Philly's got to be proud of him. And yes, they are Astros fans. In case the Phillies and Astros end up in the World Series again, just so you know, they're rooting for Chaz because we asked them that, like who they root for. Well, they better root for me because I left them tickets. So well done, Chaz.
Wait, who'd you leave tickets for?
Chaz McCormick left tickets for his family that are Phillies fans, but they were playing the Phillies in the World Series, so he was worried maybe they were rooting for the Phillies. But you better be rooting for me, Chaz, who left the tickets for the family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now
absolutely.
they're Astros fans.
Okay, now, I'm following along now. Let's follow along with the other several big additions that rounded out the trade deadline. The Orioles acquired Jack Flaherty from the Cardinals. The Cards also sent Paul DeJong to the Blue Jays. And we touched on Aaron Savali to the Rays on Monday. So, Demp, when you look at all these deals, which AL East team had the best trade deadline?
Baltimore. I'm going to say that because, like, I looked at their lineup. Listen, these guys, top to bottom, they score runs. I know they're a little bit more on the youth side. There's not quite the experience, but what they've done, and they feel as confident as anybody offensively in what they can do. They're back into their bullpen short up with the Mountain, Batista. They needed a starting pitcher. And Jack Flaherty's having a really, really good year. He's in a free agent year. And they went out there. They didn't have to give up a ton to get him. And I think that just kind of like gives that length to their rotation. A guy who's pitched in the postseason before, been in a place that's won a lot of ball games. So I like this pickup a lot. I think it's exactly what they needed, another arm in their rotation. And they didn't have to sacrifice any of their future with that. The prospect list that they got is as good as anybody in baseball.
I would say the Toronto Blue Jays, you know, immediately we saw Bo Bichette round first base and immediately stopped, knee, buckles, scary situation. It seemed hours they had Paul DeJong and then Jordan Hicks, very sleepy like guy that throws 103 miles an hour that you can add to put in that piece in that bullpen and mix and match somewhat like the Orioles do with their two big mountains at the back end of the deal. So I think the Toronto Blue Jays, they were a favorite for a lot of guys' picks, trust me. And so now this team, 10 games over 500, these playoffs and these wild cards and these division races that are close, you can flip coins because now it's about which team's going to go, which team's going to get hot, and then we'll see what happens. But I think the Blue Jays win that in the East.
Yeah, Bichette on the IL today, so the Blue Jays were very wise to go out and get that type of insurance. A couple games tonight as teams with playoff hopes take the field. The D-backs are in San Francisco to take on the Giants. That's where NTT Ballpark Cam finds us. Now in the NL West, the Diamondbacks are 4.5 back of the Dodgers, and the Giants are 2.5 back. NTT Ballpark Cam also taking us to Wrigley Field, where the Cubs have won 11 of their last 14. Hey, we're going to be talking to a Cubby coming up here on the show. The Northsiders are hosting the Reds, who are battling the Brewers for the top spot in the Central. Guys, get your whiteboards out. We've been mulling through wild card predictions for a while. It's been going on. But now that the trade deadline has come and gone, how have your wild card predictions changed?
Oh my goodness!
I didn't even tell you this. Shoot, I should have said. Start with the NL. Did you already write them down? Mm-hmm. Did you write down AL?
I didn't.
Did you forget,
I didn't
Kevin?
write anything down. You just. Well, no, I'm letting Ryan go first, then I write. You're up first, Ryan.
I thought we were gonna
like
do a. I thought we were gonna reveal at the same time. Like you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
All right, NL.
Oh, that okay. Let me try that one real quick.
In no particular order, I'm going to put in here.
Okay.
And this team, and I think I went. Let's go like this. I switch around a lot too, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes I have different opinions.
Reveal?
That's what I got right here.
San Fran.
I don't know what I want.
Milwaukee.
I don't know. I'm gonna do 4 of them. I don't know yet.
The Marlins.
I don't know yet. I'm going Reds.
You can't do 4.
You can't do
Diamondbacks. I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to be. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be Miami or the Phillies. I'm really confused, and I don't know. I don't know. Let me. You know what?
Wait, hold yours both back up again.
This is really exciting, actually. We got a lot of teams that are really close.
Wait, what? Did you just cross somebody out?
They did.
No, I just crossed all my.
This whiteboard game is suffering today.
Okay.
Honest to God, though.
Go ahead and
really
let's
excited.
do the American League. Let's do the American League.
Okay.
I'm interested to see.
Here we go.
Please make it legible, Kevin.
All right. Red Sox. Okay. Rangers. Astros win that division by accident. And golly, it's so hard.
It is
I'm
hard.
going to step out.
right.
I'm going to step out.
Tampa Bay, Houston, Toronto, Reds, Red Sox, Rangers, Jays.
Whoa, okay.
That means Tampa
Red
is going to
Sox.
be in jeopardy.
You see a slide.
You really,
Yeah, I just-
believe in the Red Sox like that right now?
I'm going to tell you right now, the Red Sox are a very, very sneaky club here because they're getting a lot of people coming back kind of slowly but surely, and they're playing well right now. Tristan Casas at first base is smashing the baseball. Trevor Story will be back. At some point, they're getting a lot of young pitching back here and there. Bale, and this team is very sneaky. Sneaky, I'm just saying. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with the Red Sox because I'm ownership. I'm part ownership of that team. We own that team. It's doing great. It's in the billions as an organization. Thank you.
You're part owner.